Hello YouTube. Welcome back to another review of a knife sent to me by OK Knives. This is the Benchmade Crooked River. It's the full-size model. The real one comes in S30V and wooden inlaid scales with anodized aluminum bolsters. It's got flashes of orange to kind of give a nod to it being a hunting knife. At least that's what it's advertised as. And it's got a nice buoy shape to it, so it would make a fairly good skinning knife. This one, like I said, was sent to me by OK Knives, and this is the last one that I received in my set of knives sent to me. This one I've given to my dad and let him test it out and tell me how it's been. You can see there's a few scratches on the handle and on the pocket clip. He's been using it. Blade is still holding up. No bends, dents, stings, not even a scratch that I can see from him cutting stuff open. And the action is very, very nice. I own a lot of Benchmades. People don't generally like Benchmade. I'm not sure why. I love me some Benchmades, and I have quite a few. And this feels identical to a real Benchmade's action. It's nice and smooth. No wiggle, no play. And there's nothing else that can be said. This is on washers. Big old bronze washers. You can see the size of them, so they didn't skimp out either. They're large, and that keeps the fitment of the knife very tight. And it is still very smooth. I haven't taken this apart or sharpened it or tested it myself, so I can't speak to those things. Like I said, the real one comes in S30V. They also have different options. They have S90 and some other premium steels. On their website, they advertise this as being 9CR18 MOV, and the steel liners are 420JI. It's not 420C or 420HC. It's something else. Interesting note. I believe the actual Benchmade goes for $250 plus, depending on the model you get. They come in different colors. They even have a Damascus steel variant. And that being said, OK Knife also has several models of this knife available, including the Damascus steel, which is pretty interesting. I think they have green, blue, and this wooden inlay. They may even have two different types of wooden inlay, which we'll get to that. A lot of people don't think that's wood, and I'm not sure either. But they have a Damascus steel option. That one's more expensive, and they also offer this knife with an actual S30 blade on some of those more expensive models. So they have 3 different listings of this knife on their website. They have one that's 2 different versions of the Damascus steel, and then they have one that is 3 variants of this knife and a Damascus blade, and then they have another listing, which this one was, which was 3 different variants in cheaper blade steel. And I already mentioned the blade steel was 9CR18 MOV. Good blade steel, and they say that it has a hardness of 58 to 60. I don't know if they're just repeating themselves or they happen to harden all of their knives and all of their steels to the exact same hardness. Not sure, but they do have reports. On some of their products, they have pictures of a printout with the HRC showing that they tested it. I'm not sure if the tests actually line up with what they put on the listing or not, but If you go to purchase your own, you can compare what they say to what it says on the paper and see if it's the same. Price. That's what we were getting into. I think it's $250 plus, depending on the model. This is $27. Say it again. $27. For less than $30, you can get a Benchmade with a Benchmade action. It actually feels like a Benchmade. Oh, come on. It's big. It's a big knife. It's kind of hard to get up there. You gotta like choke up. This knife also comes in a mini. If you're used to the Benchmade Bug Out, they're a very, very popular knife. It's about 7 inches, so it'll stop right about there. Much, much smaller knife. I should have brought a Bug Out for comparison's sake, because they have similar sizes, and that's a very, very popular knife. But this thing, I just can't get over it. He's been using it. He's opened boxes, and I don't know what else he's done. I think he was cutting some sticks with it the other day. And perfect blade centering. How's that tip look? Ooh, wow. It's kind of hard to see with the shadow, but the bevels almost look like they're spot on. Look at... Come on, phone. Let's focus for a second. That looks like a pretty nice even bevel to me. A little flat spot up near the tip. And then, how's it look on this side? A little shallow here. It's deeper towards the middle, and then it shallows back out. And the initial grind... I'm going to have to look at that with my own eyes because it won't focus. Yeah, that looks good. Those initial grinds are coming to the same spot, and the back, the bevel on the back looks even. Gosh, my phone refuses to focus once again. But just a solid knife. There's not much more that needs said. It's cheaper materials. I was going to mention the material on the back. A lot of people say this feels like plastic. It kind of does, or just a very oiled up wood. No, when I'm touching it over here, it kind of feels hollow, like it is G10. And they do say that it is G10, even though on the listing some of them are G10 scales and some of them are wood scales. They only list G10. So that might be an indication that this is also G10. But pretty nice finish if it is plastic. That fooled me for at least the first couple times I saw it and felt it. It's not bad. G10 is on every knife known to man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that as a material. In fact, it's going to hold up a lot better than wood. I wonder what he did there to put that scratch in there, because I don't remember that being there when I first opened it. I think this blemish, this little burn mark here was there, but this one definitely wasn't. I can go back or you can go back and watch the video where I unboxed all of these together to see if that in fact was there. It may have been. Hardware is smaller than actual Benchmade hardware. I think it's one size down. That pivot collar is the same size. I forget which size they use, a T8 or I believe, and those look like T6s. That's fine. Last thing to mention, because we're coming up on that 10-minute mark, the pocket clip. So I guess there is one complaint, and I'm sorry you had to wait through the whole review to see it, but the one complaint I have about this would be the pocket clip. I can't even show you. I can't show you. I can't lift it up. Physically can't. I'm trying to play Twister with it and get my thumb underneath it. No, I'm going to break my nail trying to do that. You almost need 2 hands to slide this in your pocket. You got to hold your pocket and then force it down in there. If I come over here and try to get it in. it gets really stuck. Like, there we go. Push it out a little bit. And then once it's in there, obviously it ain't coming out because it's so tight. But that's something that is very easy to fix. Just take that off and bend it a little bit. Very, very slight bit. If you overbend it, you'll be there all day going back and forth. But yeah, just a phenomenal knife. Also, the anodization. Usually it stands out like a sore thumb that's just off. But this looks good. I know I mentioned that in the initial unboxing, that the engravings, the laser engravings on the blade looked phenomenal and matched the rest of my authentic Benchmates. You can usually tell a fake right off of that because it doesn't disappear. It stands out a lot more and you can feel it with your finger. I can feel this one, but it still looks very good. Well, gosh darn it, we made it past 10 minutes, so I think I'll end it right here. If you're interested, I'll have a link in the description. And you guys have a great day.